Good evening, everybody. Sorry, I'm a little bit late. I just had to cook my son's dinner, so it wasn't quite done. I thought I timed it to perfection, but I didn't. We went a little bit over. But thank you all for joining me tonight. I hope you've had a good Saturday. It's been horrible weather here. Yeah, it's just been raining, so it's not been very good today. Hope it's been all right where you've been or where you are. Let's have a look, see who's in. So we've got Bin Boot Sale Picking. Now that's a new name to me, but thank you very much, especially being 90 minutes early. Thank you very much. Since I was 4 minutes late, you done well. You done very well. Good evening, Elaine. Hi, Mum. My mum's saying hello to everyone. We've got Lynn in. Good evening, Lynn. Everyone's saying hello still, which is lovely. I hope your weekend's gone well so far. It's not over yet. I know there'll be a few people watching Strictly tonight. Evening, Debs. Hope you're well. My mum and Debs got Pete's Toys and Things. You all right, Pete? Hope you're well. Pete, I saw Pete at the car boot sale last week. He picked up his box of stuff from me. He's the only man with 2 Nights Live stickers now. Weather has changed. I know, it's horrible. It is horrible. It was rainy. Yesterday it was rainy, and then today it went through, like, it was hot this morning, really hot. I was laying in the conservatory sweltering, and then all of a sudden the skies opened up and that was it. Chilly. Oh no, the heating's not gone on yet. Hi Sean, hope you're good, mate. I hope you're good. If you don't know, Sean's Everything Crafting. He may be that lovely Night's Life sign there.
Motion detected at your front door.
Oh dear. Motion detected at my front door. Let's turn that down and off. Let me turn the volumes off. Motion detected at your front door. Good evening, Chris. Hope you're well. Paulkey, good to see you, mate. Haven't seen you for a little while, but I hope you're well. Hope all is good with your reselling. Mum feels cold at diabetes. Where are we? Everyone's saying hello to everybody. Cold in the shed. To be honest with you, it's not too bad. It's not too bad at all in here tonight. I don't know why. It's, say, in the hot, you know, it's like when I'm down here in the hot, it kills me. But actually, probably if it was snow outside, you'd see my breath. But I can't even see my breath in here. So actually, it's not too bad at the minute. I think it's just rainy, but it's not cold. What's occurring? You all right, Dave? Did you want to come on, Mr. Dave? We've got Ian in. Good evening, Ian. I hope you're well. We've got Chris. Good evening, Chris. And evening, Belle and Cookie. My son had me ironing his jeans as he's going out. I think I'd rather stay indoors. And Elaine saying evenings, Chris. We've got Emma in. Hope you're well, Emma. Hope all is good. We've got Becky's Adventures. Good evening, Becky. Hope you're well. We've got Rich Secret Carper. Good evening. Ian saying hello. We've got Theo, Skill T. Theo in Ireland. Hope you're well, mate. Come on, Ireland versus New Zealand. Come on, Ireland. So I just looked at myself. I just caught my reflection there. You tell how knackered I am. I was looking on my screen down here. Obviously, the camera's up there, but it looked like, for some reason, I thought my screen was flipped. It looked like my tattoo was on the wrong arm. It's just my eyes. My eyes are wonky nowadays. It was raining here in Birmingham. I haven't been to Birmingham. I've been past Birmingham recently. I haven't been to Birmingham for a long time. Used to love going to the NEC to the shows. Everyone's saying hello to me mum. We've got Steve in. Good evening, Steve. One of the movie chats guys. Good evening, good evening. Motion detected at your front door. Is that the same as Morning Glory? Slightly, almost the same, slightly different, Dave. Almost the same, but slightly different. One sec. Let me do something here. I forgot to turn some of my lights on as well. It shows how I've got that old timer's disease now. Forget everything. Forget my head if it weren't screwed on. Diddly do. I know what I'm. Do I know what I'm doing? I don't think I do know what I'm doing, really. I don't think I do know what I'm doing. So we've got Jeff in from Rallywood. Good evening, Jeff. Hope you're well. Hope you and Mrs. C are all good. Little Steve. We've got Chris Tyler saying hello. We've got David in from Ireland as well. Good evening, David. I hope you're well. Rich, when are you having your own TV or radio show? Oh, if only. That'd be good, wouldn't it? I think it'd be good. I'd like it. I've got a face for radio. Yeah, I would love it. I would absolutely love it. Especially if like me, Max and James got to do something like that. It'd be a mental show. Never get any work done. Thank you very much for thinking of me as a TV presenter. That'd be quite cool. TV or radio show. Right, let me do this a sec. One second. I haven't even. Do you know what? I haven't had a gin in a long while. I'm actually sitting down here with a coffee because I thought it was going to be cold, but it's not that cold. Elaine's saying hi. Lynn's saying hi. Everyone's saying hi. Oh, just got a pizza in. Nice. Do you know what? I've just cooked pizza myself. I just cooked one of them big Aldi share pizzas, and I always split it with my son with a load of fries, and that's why I was late. I literally just cut his up and plated it up, and then just ran down the shed. So he's enjoying his nice hot pizza and fries. Everyone's saying hello, which is very nice. Loving this. Loving it. How's everybody's eBay? Because mine, I have been listing. I haven't been listing as much as James does, but I've been listing, and I've literally had a sale today. Well, about half hour ago, only because I put out a 30% off my store, a 30% coupon. And I thought it was a good idea, but when you see how much you like, just on I think I've just sold something for, what was it, £16.95, I believe, and they've just taken over £5 off me, which obviously they're going to it's 30%, but like you don't think of it when you put it on. I've got something on for £2.25. If they accept it, it's going to be like £1.50, which is a lot of money off. Everyone's saying hello. Where's Tam and Bell these days? I was wondering the same thing. I said a few weeks, well, probably 4 or 5 weeks, 6 weeks ago, maybe. I said, I wonder where Tam and Bell are, because I've not seen them about. They haven't been in any chats. As far as I know, they're still putting out content. Talking of content, Amanda's coming back. Anything vintage. If you haven't checked her thing out, she's coming back. I was quite shocked, quite happily surprised, because I helped her get a YouTube channel going. But yeah, I was quite happy to see Amanda back, but I haven't seen her in any of the chats either. So there's a lot of people that have sort of gone out the old chats, which I'd like to get it back how it was. You had Lucy and Bill. Bill's still doing videos, but he's doing them on Facebook now. I haven't seen him do anything on YouTube. A fate worse than death. Forced to watch Strictly with my mum. What a load of tosh. Oh, lucky you, Chris. Lucky you. The wife's the only one that's watching Strictly. My son's up in his room eating his pizza and fries and playing on his new Xbox game, and I was just chilling out earlier with a bit of YouTube and Never Ending Story. So there you go. Everyone's saying hello. Jeff saying, for pizza out, it's pizza in, was a motto back in the day. Oh, nice. For pizza out, it's pizza in. Nice. Chris saying hello. All good, thanks. Just watching you with my little one on my lap falling asleep. Ah, oh. They are cuddly, aren't they? Like they just babies or dogs with me. Like if they snuggle up to me, that's it. I'm gone. Or if I'm on the phone to James, I've a few times I've sort of like chilled out a bit too much when I've been talking to James on the phone, and yeah, I think that happened the other day as well. I think that happened Friday. I think I dozed off while I was on the phone to him. I haven't spoken to him since to ask him about it, but yeah, I'm sure I had a little snooze while I was chatting away. Everyone's saying hello, which is nice. I haven't seen Mr. Sean Abercrombie yet either. I'm sure he'd be floating about in the background there. Everyone's saying hello. Oh, pepperoni. Nice. Yeah, I've just done a pepperoni sharing pizza. Big square one. Nice. Rich, you must have a bit of Irish blood in you. Most people do. I probably have. I know I've got Scottish in me through my nan's side. Yeah, but who knows? Who knows? I'm probably a right old mix. I sound like I'm from London, but I'm not. I'm from Surrey. Surrey is supposed to talk posh, but yeah, I don't know why I talk so rough. Good evening, Jenny. Hope you're well. Hope you've had a good weekend so far. Chris is saying hello. We've got Steve saying loving Strictly clearly. Yeah. I'm sure there's a few people that are watching it. Sean saying I don't like Strictly either. If I'm eating my dinner and I sit down and it's on, I'll watch it. But like, I'm not. It's not something I'm fussed about. I've got to say, I'd rather watch a bit of Never Ending Story or Back to the Future, or what was the ones I watched yesterday? I watched a couple of horrors yesterday, which were quite good. Oh, I watched John Wick 4 as well. If you haven't seen John Wick 4, it's now on Sky Premiere. I watched John Wick 4 yesterday, and that is a good film. I reckon it's a bit like the Bond film where James Bond has been killed off now, but you know, if James Bond's been killed off, why are they looking for a new James Bond? That's what I ask myself. Evening, Gwaz. Hope you're well, mate. Everyone's saying hello. Hi, George. Hi, George. Hi, George. Did I miss George? Have I missed George? I don't think I did. I don't think I did. But Ian's saying hi, George. Gin and coffee. That's worth having a go. Definitely worth having a go. I had too much to drink in Benidorm. Oh, did you? I bet you had a lovely time, though. I haven't been abroad since 2000. Well, been abroad in 2018 because it was just our wedding present from 2017, where we went to Poland, Krakow, and visit the Auschwitz camps and stuff. Because like, I love history, and it was something we had a discussion with our friends, and they were always flying off places. Elderly couple, older than us anyway. And they're always going to Bermuda. I was going to Bermuda at the time, I think, and we were talking about places we want to go. And I said I'd love to go to see the Auschwitz camps, just and have a look around Poland. So for our wedding present, they gave us a fully paid weekend away with them to Poland in 2018, which was amazing. We done both camps, which was it's just eerie. It was just strange. I did a video on it. I'll try and link up with the video soon, so you can, if you haven't seen it, have a look. It's one so one I'm most proud of editing, I think, because it was just took me hours and days even to choose the music for it. It's one of them. But we went to Schindler's factory as well. Saw Schindler's house where he lived. Yeah, it was an incredible place. If you've never been to Krakow, Krakow is beautiful. The food's fantastic. The people are lovely. It's so clean over there. Really, really nice. What's my mum saying? You should be on stage, Rich, sweeping up. Ba-da-bum. I was waiting for that one. I knew she'd come out with that. I had 2 sales today. Well done, Lisa. That's good. So I've had one, and it's literally because I put a 30% off coupon. So if anybody wants to check out my store, it's Knights Life Reselling. Might be able to grab yourself some bargains. They say my eBay store has been on fire for at least a couple of weeks, smashing Q4 to bits already. That's good. Keep forgetting about Q. Yes, we're in Q4 now, aren't we? But James is absolutely smashing it. Every time I'm talking to him, like morning, evenings, whenever, he's still working away, and he's absolutely killing it. Absolutely killing it. I'm at the Global Thrifters a couple of weeks back. They're killing it with their eBay, but that's why they left YouTube. Same as James. He left YouTube to concentrate on his business, and it shows that it works. Me, I like YouTube too much. I like YouTube too much. I like the company. I like the chatting. I like the interaction with you lot. It's just, but yeah, the business ain't doing too good. But hey ho, that was a great Superman sale, Rich. Yes, it was. Yeah, I've still got some photos that I've kept for myself. A couple of Christopher Reeve. Yeah, brilliant film. I've had them photos for absolute years, and it was just time to get rid. So yeah, but fantastic photo. Something you're never ever going to get. I've got one of Christopher Reeve, black and white one of Christopher Reeve and Margot Kidder on set. Just they're both gone now, so it's just once I get all this sorted at the back, I'm going to get rid of all this clutter at the back of the filming bit here, and I'm going to have a wall of all my photos of all the nice film photos and photos of the actors that I've met and stuff like that. So good evening, Kath. Hope you're well. Happy Saturday to you too. You're not watching Strictly. Lisa's saying I have not seen a video from them for a few weeks. Oh right, I know they were doing videos, but I don't know. Like I say, it's hard to keep up with everything really. What since I'm just getting back into all the reselling stuff and that again. Dave's saying Tam and Bell are too busy herding the haggis. They need bringing down from the Highland for the winter. I've never ever ate haggis. I don't think I would fancy that. Yeah, I don't think I'd like that. And my nan was Scottish. I'm sure she's probably tried to feed it to me a few times over the years. Bless her. Everyone's saying hello, which is cool. Has anybody had any good sales this week or good pickups? What have I sold this week? I sold a penny board that Jade gave me for $14.95 plus postage. It was quite interesting because by the time I put all the bubble wrap around it and taped it all up, it looked like a mini body, like a little mini mummy. Really weird how it came out, but yeah. Good evening, Stu. Not seen you for a while, mate. Good to see you. Hope you're well. Hope all is good. But yeah, if anyone's had any good pickups or sales, then let me know in the comments. I've had a few pickups. I mean, that cost me £3. We know James loves a trunky. So £3 I paid for that. at the moment, I'm into buying shooting sticks. I love a shooting stick. So I keep picking them up. If they're sort of £3 to £5, I'll pick them up. But I haven't seen Jade tonight either. Actually, talking about it. Everyone's saying hello. She's a real cuddly one. Oh, I love it. I just love like little uns and dogs because I just go to sleep. Because my actually I'm losing my belly, which is quite a I don't know how. But like it was nice when like just sit back and they just sit on your belly, just go to sleep. Definitely time killers, babies and dogs, time killers. Dave's saying, going to be a great day for booting in the northwest tomorrow. If the weather holds up, we just say it's been rubbish. Been absolute rubbish. Blame. Sean. Oh, Sean's in. Good evening, Sean. I didn't see you saying hello to everybody. You just appeared out of nowhere. Hope you're well, mate. I blame KFC for my current lack of activity. It's not a bad excuse, is it? Love the show, Rich. Quick question. What's your thoughts on people flocking at sellers at car boot sales when not even set up? You have experience of buying and selling. Really good question. Thank you, mate. I'm glad you enjoy the Saturday Night Lives. I appreciate you and everybody coming. Yeah, it drives me absolutely nuts. They don't really, you sort of get them walking past the boot and having a little glance, but when I get out and start unloading the car, they don't tend to dive into my boot. I think it's because they think if they dive in it, they ain't going to get out of it. But yeah, usually it's me, Jade, my daughter, and Amelia, my granddaughter. So we start pulling everything out the car and setting up. You get the usual ones walk past, go, any jewelry, any silver, any gold, and all this. You say no, sorry, mate. I just say no to them as they walk past while I'm setting up. I don't take a lot of notice. Any computers, laptops, TVs. You get all those ones. Any Pokemon card, any collectible cards, any computer like consoles and stuff. I ask a question. I don't mind people asking me questions. They start diving in the boot. It's a different matter because that would give me the because I just want to get. I've got it now. I've got the car set up so well when I do a car boot that I've got all my stuff in there. Then I've got the tables on top. And then when I get the Jades, I take the tables out. We put all her stuff in and then put the tables on top. So we haven't got to pull all the gear out before we get to the tables. So we've got it down to a fine art. So we get set up pretty quick. So they don't have to wait long before they can have a rummage. But yeah, I don't like people diving in boots. I wouldn't do it myself. No matter how nosy I am or interested in seeing what good stuff they've got, I let people get set up. If I'm next door to someone and I clock something coming out of the car, I sort of, oh, how much do you want for that? But yeah, other than that, I'm just polite. So, what are we saying, everybody? The Northwest End girls like the West End girls, just much rougher. I'm debating Bolton tomorrow. Oh, yeah. I would like to have gone to Bolton when I was up seeing James because I know it's about an hour or so away, but that's where my stepbrother lives in Bolton. He did have his flat near the football ground, so I believe it's near where the car boot is as well. So, but from what James says, Bolton's a decent car boot, so I would like to go there. But when I was up at I did see Mike Fold Coast Flips. I saw Z, Only Cool Stuff. And I saw Jack Dobbins while I was up there as well. So I saw a few people. You see an Amazon return label over by Ninja. Could you let me know, please? Our main oven has blown up. Amazon return tabletop oven. Them Ninjas are good, aren't they? They are good. Good evening, Soul Steps. Good to see you. Thank you for popping in. Dave saying, Night's Life. Have you watched the Continental on Prime? It's the hotel. I haven't watched it yet. I say I watched John Wick 4. I love John Wick films, and so gutted about the reception guy died in it. You know, he made it to that one. He did make it in the film. I don't know whether it was all him or whether some of it was like Paul Walker in Fast and Furious, where they CGI'd him in. I don't know how far he got with filming before he passed away, but yeah, that was sad. That was sad. But John Wick films just, I, I don't know how he does it. He's got all that energy in at that age. I have trouble. That's why I want to start getting up these mountains again, because I have trouble just walking down the road, walking around the shop. I jump in the car still. I didn't used to when I first came back from the mountains. But yeah, if you've not checked out, guys, shameless plug here, but if you've not checked out my new channel, I've got another one which is the adventures. All the adventure stuff's going to be over there, the caving, the climbing, all the crazy stuff we're going to be doing, the camping, the stealth camping, car camping, whatever, bushcraft. It's all going to be on my other channel, which is Wild Nights Adventures, or Wild Night Adventures, actually. Wild Night Adventures. Great time, Rich. Lovely place. Really enjoyed it. Good. That's good. I've heard rumours that the next Bond movie will be very retro based during the time that Fleming originally wrote the first books. Funny you should talk about him writing his first books, because there's, I obviously live in Littlehampton, down by the beach in West Sussex, and there's a pub. Literally can walk through the alleyway down the end of my road, just round the corner. Like, I suppose it'd take me 2-3 minutes to walk there, is a pub called the New Inn. And that's where Ian Fleming wrote some of his books, some of his first Bond films. And there's still actually a guy called Terence Mountain that lives in Littlehampton. He was a stuntman on, I think, 3 of the Bond films. Yeah, so it's got a bit of a, you know, my brother was more of a Bond person than I am. I do like a Bond film, but he was more the Bond person. And but this Littlehampton's got a lot of links to a lot of famous people, really. Ronnie Barker lived down here at one stage. There's like other famous people that have lived down here that I didn't even have a clue about till I read about it. But I mean, you got Rodney, what's his name, Nicholas Lyndhurst. He lives just up the road in Climping. But yeah, got a lot of links to. There used to be a guy here that was in. He was an old guy. He never had a main part, but he was in things like Sweeney and what's the other thing with Minder. He was in that and things like that. So yeah, it's got a very big link to sort of acting and all that down here. And the new Laurel and Hardy film with Steve Coogan and the other guy from Step Brothers, such a funny bloke. But that was filmed just down the road in Worthing as well. And they filmed part of, well, you've got that cop series in Brighton as well. That's going on in Brighton as well. So yeah, it's a lot of stuff going on down here. Thanks. We're off to the last bowlie of the year. Nice. Good, thanks. Got another label printer today. The excitement knows no bounds in my house, I can tell you. I've still got my printer that Jade gave me. I've just got to find out how to get. I can get the labels for it, but how they go on, because I don't know how the clip thing works. It's set up for a little reel of printing labels, and I can't work out to get it out. I can't fathom it. Trendsetter Dave, yeah. I was at a record convention today, even knowing bugger all about vinyl, still managed to spend 600 quid. Nice. The only vinyl I've got, we've got some up in the loft, but the only vinyl I've actually got down here somewhere is my, it's up there, Flash Gordon record that Brum sent me. Haggis is lovely, a bit spicy. I don't know if I'd fancy eating out of a sheep's stomach. All new records for Amazon, between 20 and 40. Still not I've got to get my head round eBay. Well, I've not got to get my head round eBay. I've got to get my finger out my ear and just crack on and start smashing eBay more than I am. But Amazon, don't know, just never fancied it. Some people do, some people don't. Horses for courses. Sold 4 Spode plates I bought for 80p for $25.99. That's good, Becky. That's good. That's all right. That is 88 records in total. That's not bad for 600 though, if they're all sealed. Are a load of them like duplicates? Have you got like so many of each one or something? We've got a little record shop in Littlehampton. I've never been in there. I think I might have gone in there when I first moved down here 14 years ago. I am Groot. Good evening, Groot. Went to my first jumble sale in years today. Never again. Absolute chaos. Couldn't even get to the stalls. Hundreds of people queuing for a small scout hut. That is crazy. That I remember. Like, I haven't been to a jumble sale for years. Since my mum used to take me when I was a kid. I haven't been. But I still, do you know what? I think if I could find a jumble sale around here, I'd be there. I'd be there because like you'd pick stuff up so cheap. And the cheap charity shops, we've just had one shut in Rustington now. That's just shut down. And I used to go in there and get like shirts or jeans or something for like £1 or £2. I only went in there the day before actually and bought a pair of boots for £3, about 30 quid's worth. But literally the day before, and then I saw a thing pop up on Facebook. Sorry, we're shutting. So people are still struggling, and it was like a hardware store as well. It wasn't just a charity bit. They had a charity. It was a huge shop with 2 massive aisles that go down. So one was like a hardware store and had a bit of pick and mix and all that in there. The other side they turned into the Chazza bit, and the back end of it was all fancy dress hire. So they were obviously struggling and trying to keep it going, and it obviously got too much with everything. Horrendous. Actually, I went to a sort of jumble sale with James when I was up there. We went to a scout hall, and what did I buy in there? I think I bought a shooting stick in there actually. Uncle Albert, good evening. Hi Cherry, hi Jess, good to see you. Haven't seen you about for a while. Hope you're well. Where are you tomorrow, Chris? Cooking Hayden's. Hi Uncle Albert, my mum's saying. Considering Bolton, there's a lot of you got. Obviously, it's easy for you lot up there, Bolton. For me, Bolton's about 4 or 5 hours. It's a bit far for me to go, I have to say. Starts at 10 a.m. Oh, look, Chris is going to be there at 9:30, revved up, raring to go and get the bargains. Bolton Cellar meet up tomorrow. Limelight Cookie and ABL. Oh, is that where you are, Jenny? Up north, up that way. How far is Bolton from you then, Chris? Because you're North Wales, aren't you? Got the flu. There's a lot of it going about at the minute. There's a lot of that going about. There's a lot of the old other horrible thing going back around again. So here is one cool cat. Yeah, I say I met him when I went up there at the Booties. Hope you feel better soon. Go to Bolton. Doubt I'll be there when it's dark. That's the thing. Like I go to boot sales around here, and the Saturday one sort of starts at 7:30, so it's not too early. And the Ford is always 8 o'clock. So they don't have none of that turning up at 5 o'clock. That was the thing. I went up to James. And Saturday and Sunday we were up at 5 o'clock. Well, up before 5 or 5 o'clock. It was dark when we got. I've never been to a boot sale in the dark in all my years, and there was nearly a punch up at one of them, even in the dark. I'll be getting lynched at Bolton. A video out today accidentally ripped a seller off due to sheer muppetry. Didn't even notice until someone commented on the video. Feel awful about it. I'm sure you do, Dave. Already subscribed to a new channel. Thank you, Elaine. Appreciate that. Is there a link to your new channel, Rich? I'm sure Jeff might be able to put it in. See if I can find it. One sec. Let me have a little look. See what I can do. Wow, Saturday night is live with 32 watching. That's the best numbers I've had in a while. Thank you very much, guys. Swizzle that. Swizzle. No, that's not that one. Hopefully someone will be able to put it in. Can't find the other channel, Rich. Anyone share a link? Let's see. I know Jeff's usually good with the links. Let me try and find it though. Let me have a look. I'll tell you what I'll do. Hang on. Wild Night Adventures. It's not night with an N, it's night with a K, young Sean. Sounds like poor mate, not meaning to burst your bubble, but you swinging your bits online this time, maybe more of a private kinky thing. No, because it's out in the wild and it's adventuring. Bought 2 board games and some skates, £5, £5 and £8. Only go £13. They were subscribers too. There you go. There's the new channel. If you're not subscribed, please do. I shall be doing a night away in the car soon as well, so that'll be interesting. I'm gonna be going to visit some windmills. It's not as boring as it sounds. It's like a little look around place, but you're allowed to park there at night. So we're gonna camp up, do a cook some food, and yeah, just have a little mooch about. So that'll be a good one. But then once I can get the boys pinned down, then we're going off, and I'm going back down to Max's land. We're gonna do some filming on the narrowboat. Never been on a narrowboat. And then we are going to be doing North Wales, some really good caves up there that I found, and some mountains. So if you want to see all the mad stuff we do, that is on the other channel now. And that is it. If you want to click it, click it. Thank you very much. If you want to buy something off me on eBay, then get yourself a bargain. At the minute, it's 30% off. That is Knights-Life-Reselling. And get a good discount right now. Hang on, what am I doing here? What am I doing here? Who knows? Who knows what I'm doing here? Dave's saying, my jokes, mate. I'll be there for 6-ish. Thank you for doing that. We used to go to Climping for family holidays. Lovely up there. Say Nicholas Lyndhurst lives up there. There's a lot of famous actors and that and singers and that live up Climping way. I won't be there at 6, Dave. I'll speak sales in pitch black. A lot of the one we went to that was in the dark. I mean, there was a lot of tables that were just covered up, but people would set up, stay there the night before. It's one of these where you can camp up, you can stay in your camper or your van or whatever, and a lot of the tables are still covered up when we got there. Is it Halloween show next week, as you're not on last Saturday of the month? Well, if it's something special like the Halloween, I'll probably do the last Saturday of the month, because the other weekend I was off when I should have been here. So I'm sure we'll sort something out. We've had a good Halloween every time, actually. Every year it's been a good one. So I'll have to get the smoke machine out again. It hasn't been out since the last one. Strange question, Rich. What's your food choice at Car Boot Snack Van? I don't usually buy food at the snack vans, and I'll tell you for why. Because they're bloody expensive. You need a mortgage for a burger. I mean, burgers are ridiculous money out there, or hot dogs. So what I do, or what we tend to do, is my daughter will get chips with burger sauce on. So I just nick a few burger saucy chips. Yeah, so that's sort of all we have there. because of where I do the camping and the adventuring now, I've got all the gear. So I've got like a gas stove and that. So I haven't done it the last few boot sales, but I used to take that, and we used to make our own coffees and that. I would just take my own hot dog rolls and hot dogs, to be honest with you, and just chuck them in a pan and cook them up there. So that'd be my choice for future boot sailing. Is I'd just take my own bits. I'd take my own hot dogs in a jar, chuck them in a pan, boil them up, and yeah, just make sure I've got the ketchup and the mustard. And then if any of you guys that know me that come to the boot sales where I'm at, obviously I used to make everyone coffees. I'll make them hot dogs and coffees. So make sure you get down to Apps next year. The season's nearly over now, but make sure you get down to Apps next year. Max is coming to do car boot at Apps as well. I haven't seen Max tonight either, so I don't know where he's probably watching Strictly. At Clinton Stanley. At Clinton Stanley. Who are they? I drink milk. Chris. There's a good trainer guy at Accrington. Nice. Trying to get him away from Bolton, yeah. You tell him he's going somewhere else, and then Chris will be the only one there. Everyone else will be at Bolton. If sealed, check their RSD release to also go for good money. Yes, new shoes. Oh, yeah. Yeah, my mum bought me some, I don't remember it, but apparently when I was a kid, my mum took me to a jumble sale and she found a pair of shoes for me. I had new shoes on. She found a pair of trainers or shoes for me. I don't know. In them days, like, that's what we ended up looking like, Rupert Bear, like the clothes we used to get clothed in. Oh my God. I'm glad we ain't got many photos of that. But yeah, she bought me some new shoes. Then we went to the jumble and she said, try these shoes on. I tried them shoes on, put my shoes down, and I think left them there, or the woman sold my shoes. I ended up with second-hand shoes and no new shoes. You're with your mum this week in Manchester. Nice. There's a lot of you guys up in Manchester. Belle was only away for a few days. Well, all right. Surely you could have cooked for yourself. No, nothing like your mum's cooking. Can't do mornings. Cherry can't do more. I've been better at mornings. I've been actually getting up and going to the boot sales. Not this weekend. Too much to do. Been doing tip runs and God knows what else. Or is it because you wanted to watch Strictly with your mum, Chris? That's more like it. That's more like it. Hi, Ella. Good to see you. Lovely Ella in America. Good to see you. Hope you're well. Found the channel, Rich. Thanks, Steve. Nice one. Chris Tyler saying, dogging with Rich in the car. Do you know what? I've watched a few adventure channels and they have ended up without unknowingly, unwittingly, let's say, they have ended up in dogging sites. What content though you could get? Just like your camera, right? Like hidden behind the shades in the car, like filming with all the lights going on. I don't know the signals. Is it flash your lights once for something or put your interior lights on? I don't know. I'd have to ask James. Oh, cool, Rich. Just sub. Thank you, Sean. Appreciate that, mate. And that would explain the squeegees on strings tied to Rich's roof rack. Yeah, I don't have a roof rack yet. Smell of overcooked onions is enough to put anyone off the food vans. Yeah, overcooked onions. Yeah, it's disgusting. Burnt onions. But I do like onions. Got to have onions on your burgers and your hot dogs. Chips and black coffee have got to be the safest. Yeah, definitely. And actually, I say, you see all the burgers and the hot dogs and all that, and a £5 for a hot dog just seems crazy to me. If you can get a jar of massive ones for about £2 from Iceland and rolls for £1, you know what I mean? It makes sense. About 50 or 60 pence rather than £5 for a hot dog. Not tight. I'm far from tight, but I'm not. I haven't got enough money to just throw it away. Still not for me. Max is probably still playing. Oh yes, Lynn. He was doing. He was on to me about getting my headset out. I haven't been on VR for ages. Max is on the game. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Needs to do something to earn some money. Chris is Fix It Frida busy. I was keeping Fix It Frida busy. Wouldn't trust the food vans at my local car boot. They say their burgers have won competitions. I think they mean the Grand Nationals and the St. Ledgers. Oh dear. Yeah. A nice meat burger. Oof. Nice horse burger. Bet she's loving having you at home, Chris. I bet she is. The parents love it when you go home. Yeah. Oh, that was funny. Yeah. I don't know where Max is tonight. I don't know where James is. Maybe James is mooching in the background and watching. Who knows? He's probably not talking to me because I fell asleep on him again. I'm saying that though. I fell asleep at his house, and I woke up and he said, "I've issued Carolyn with divorce papers." I went, "Why?" He said, "Because she slept with another man." I went, "What are you talking about?" He said, "You and Carolyn have slept together." I said, "What are you talking about?" He said, "You both fell asleep on the sofa." We did. We fell asleep on the sofa. Let me see if I can find the photo. So funny. Actually, there wasn't. It was me. There was me. I think Hector, then Holly, and then Carolyn. What was it? Was it WhatsApp? Was it on WhatsApp? Oh, there you go. Look at this. All asleep on the sofa. That's what happens when he gets you up at 5 o'clock in the morning. But yeah, that's what happens. So yeah, there's a few people, like I say, not in. So Max, James, Jade. I thought Jade would have been in. But thank you for you guys being in. It's still 27 of you. I'm going to have my first sip of my coffee, which is a warm coffee. I've given out many of my many of my stickers so far. I will be giving some more out. I know Elaine, you wanted one. And when I'm sending stuff out, like to people that I've won the boxes and stuff, I've been putting them in. I've still got loads of stuff to list as well. What else was I going to say? Oh yeah, look, I've come across this the other day. This is how I don't throw much away. Although I do now. Look at these, what we got made for our wedding. Look at that, packs of refreshers with our faces on. Just married. Mr. and Mrs. Knight. Found them the other day. We had them, well, I had them made. I also had these made with one of our pictures. Our wedding rings, Richard and Natalie. So I've still got all these chocolates and bits from our wedding. Ah, good evening, Mr. Dave.
Hello.
How are you doing, you sexy bugger?
Well, I'm sounding particularly sexy tonight. I don't know what happened to my voice last night, but you've just wrecked it.
Are you Barry White?
Very Barry White. I mean, I'm done
How are
the
you,
air or
mate?
anything, mate. Oh, it's terrible.
How are you?
I'm really good, mate. Yeah, really good. I'm having a whale of a time at the minute.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's just that, you know, it's more luck than judgment, but just everything is in perfect balance at the minute. I've had 2 holidays in the last 6 weeks, and I've had plenty of time off, and my sales have been on fire.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I've just hit the sweet spot at the minute. Long may it to continue. I mean, to be fair, just recently I've found a couple of whales of suppliers, so that's really helping matters.
I thought you was going to say you've been met up with a couple of whales. I was going to say,
no, my whaling days are long over.
You're not Captain Ahab anymore.
No.
Oh, but it's all going well then. So
I didn't realise you knew me that well, actually, Rage.
oh, Dave, come on, known each other for a long time now. You still doing your biker weekends and stuff?
Yeah, not so many. The last one I did was one my club organises. That was over August Bank Holiday weekend,
Yeah.
up near Lancaster. I was trying to get
Oh,
James
right.
to come along, but he wouldn't have it because it's just
Oh,
around the
he's
corner for it.
scared, isn't he? Scared he's going to end up in his pants.
I know, yeah, it's terrible. I mean, well, I said we'd go gentle on him as well, but no, wasn't
We
having it.
take it easy.
I mean,
Plenty of loo.
to be fair, yeah, absolutely hammered it down all weekend.
Oh God.
Yeah,
What was your intents?
yeah.
Oh God.
My
Jesus.
last couple of excursions weren't there. I went over to Germany. Back in September.
What beer fest?
Yeah, Oktoberfest. It's become like a yearly pilgrimage now.
Yeah.
My best mate lives over there, so
Oh, nice.
yeah, 3 digs. So there's
Oh,
me and a
nice.
couple of lads went, which is good. And
Nice.
last week, the week before, went glamping in Wales.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Did
just
you,
one of those.
did you do any exploring over there or just camping?
No. We stayed in. It's like it just looks like a really posh shed with a hot tub and that.
Oh, do you know what? I think I've seen people staying in little pods.
Yeah. It's. I mean, from the inside, it just looks like a log cabin kind of thing.
Yeah.
From the outside, it just looks like a posh shed.
Yeah, nice.
So, but yeah, it's
nice.
I mean, I suppose that's what a log cabin is really in it. But yeah, it was good.
What's that bubble cut? What's that bubble thing come up with a thumb on it on your screen?
No idea. I didn't
That
notice it.
was weird.
I'm not even watching.
No, on your screen, I'm watching you in your square, and there was a bubble with a thumbs up on it came up.
Ooh, creepy.
That was weird. That was weird. That I'll have to watch that back and make sure I really did see it. That was weird.
No, I think it's you, mate.
Probably is. Probably just my eyes.
Yeah.
I stayed in one of those pods in Cumbria the other week. Nice. I've seen videos of people staying in them, and for a weekend, they're ideal.
Oh, do you know? I was like 3 nights. I stayed there. The only thing was with it, and I'm probably being sort of like a grumpy old man about it. I've got a glass back, and the mattress was really, really thin. So after 3 nights was well enough for me. If it was a decent mattress, I could have just stayed there.
Yeah,
it was lovely and cozy.
Yeah, well,
did a bit of exploring. Dog had a shit in Denby Castle.
Oh, nice. Nice. Don't fancy any mountains or caves then, Dave? No? You're not. We're not going to get you on one of our adventures then?
And not in the winter. No, I don't do the cold, mate. Honestly.
Dave, come on. You still get warm climbing up them hills and them mountains.
Honestly, when you've done that for a living, it's not a holiday experience.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so we've got loads coming up on the adventures and that, but it's just like now fitting. Obviously, now we're in Q4, so it's fitting everything in with everything else and trying to make sure everything's running nice. So I've been listing more than I've listed in God knows how long. So I am listing stuff now, picking the odd bits up, but now I'm still clearing space as well.
Yeah.
So that's what I need to do is just get all the DVDs. I've just been giving them away in droves to the charity shops and that. They're not, some people say to me like, scan them on CEX and all that, but I don't think that for the pennies they're worth. I don't even new ones. Exactly, new and sealed. Yeah. No one even wants them at boot sales anymore.
It's not even worth the time it takes to scan them in a lot of cases.
No, I mean,
strangely though, I've been buying a lot of DVD box sets for Amazon.
Box sets, right?
Yeah. I've never had any success on eBay with this very, very rare exception. But on Amazon, they sell hand over fist.
Really?
Yeah, they really do. I mean, it's all about the margin. I'm paying maybe sort of like between £1 and £2 for a box set from the supplier that I've found.
Yeah.
And the average sell price is between sort of like £12 and £15, which is quite low margin. But I'm not doing any work at all for that. I just literally stick them all in a box and send them all to Amazon. So
yeah,
it's worthwhile doing.
Chris has a really posh garden. It's so posh, it's carpeted. Yeah, I say I've never got into Amazon. I know you got to ungate things and all that, and I say I just need to really sort out eBay first before I start any of that stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Is Zip Sale still going?
Yeah.
I see someone say the other day something about Zip Sale weren't about anymore or something. Still going?
I've not, as far as I'm aware, there's
Do you
still
use anything? Do you use a cross listers and that? No.
no. I'm too much of a control freak.
Hmm.
I think a few people, because a lot of people know that I operate on Amazon and eBay,
Yeah.
have asked me on how to get into both. And I'd say the same thing to everybody. Make sure you've got the hang of one, and not that you're necessarily good at it, but you're completely comfortable with one platform before you start diluting it, because it just gets confusing otherwise.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I was just in love with eBay. I loved it, obviously. And then obviously my brother, but that's what put the fly in the ointment for me. And before that, I've been on it since 2003, so I've been on it a long time. So I know how to do eBay. It's just getting my head around it. But now I've started, like I say, clearing out the sheds, getting rid of a load of stuff. I've cleared out a store that I had out the back there, because what I'm doing is I'm going to build a storage behind here. I've been saying a long time I'm going to do it, but now it's happening. I'm clearing out all the back. I'm going to build the storage at the back. I've got a little storage thing on the side, which I'm going to have all the decent stuff in. The other stuff will be out the back. So I am getting there now. So I'm listing stuff, and it's just for me, because I haven't been consistently listing. eBay's just dead, and I see a few people saying dead at the minute for them. So it's just, I suppose it just depends how many items you've got on, what the items are. You know what I mean? It depends what you're listing.
It's more what you're selling than how much you're selling, because you could have a million items on your eBay store. If nobody's buying them, nobody wants them, and that's really the cold hard fact of it. Yeah. You've got to sell things people want to buy. It's like the most
or price it correctly as well. I think that's another thing, is pricing it correctly.
Yeah, of course.
Because I was putting stuff on, like if I see something, I'll put it on at the top end of it. You know, you should go under it just to shift it, because that's what James, when we spoke, and like he puts his on less than what the higher ones are, and he's just stuffs he's on there and it's going.
Yeah,
he's absolutely killing it at the minute. Like I say, you know, he's coming back on eBay to do the research.
I bumped into him a couple of times over the past couple of months at the likes of Norcross and kind of thing, and he really is on fire with his sourcing at the minute.
Yeah, he's killing it, and that's all. That's why, same as the Global Thrifters. I saw them the other week, and their eBay business is absolutely flying, because they're not doing YouTube. But I love YouTube too much. I can't give it up. I love YouTube more than eBay, and it don't make me as much money as eBay, even with my little few sales. But
it is. You've just got to be efficient with stuff like that. I mean, Amazon. What's that again? YouTube can be quite time consuming, particularly if you're doing your own editing.
Yeah.
But if you try and be as efficient as possible and just schedule your time, then you can do both. I mean, I don't. Personally, I couldn't do daily vlogs. I could do shorts and just wing it, which is pecking at the back of my mind. I might be doing that more and more.
Yeah,
I literally couldn't turn out more than one edited video a week because it would just eat too much time.
I always say, like, I don't know how I did it when I first started reselling, when I was in that first lock. I suppose it was the first lockdown. I didn't have anything else to do, so when I was out at charity shops, car boots, or in my shed, like it wasn't such a mess. You know, I used to film it all, and I used to put out a 45-minute video, like edited, a day. And I don't know how I ever done it. I suppose it's because I'm sitting in chaos. But if I wasn't sitting in chaos, maybe. But I just don't know how I ever did it. Like 45-minute video every single day. It was.
It's habit though as well. It's like with a listing. I've just lately I've been listing a lot, and it doesn't feel like I've been listing as much as I have been. And it's because I've got a bit of muscle memory for it. And so it'll be the same when you've been turning out videos.
Yeah, there's that thumbs up thing again.
What's going on there?
See that?
I did this time. Yeah,
that was weird, wasn't it? Look.
Ooh,
Where's that coming from?
Somebody's doing that, I think. Hang on, let me
How-
click on your
Yeah,
screen.
how can you do it?
I can't do that to yours. Let me go on the thing now.
How do you do that?
Oh, it just pauses it. I've no
That's
idea.
weird, isn't it?
Yeah, it's creepy.
I don't know. I need to have a look now because that's mental. Patch. If I can find my live, that is.
Yeah, the thing is, I mean, how many times have we had this conversation about just doing stuff that makes you happy? I mean, it doesn't. It doesn't
God.
matter if
Over the years, yeah, we've had a lot of conversations
Of course,
about it.
yeah. Well, that's the thing. That really is the marker of success. It's not how much money you're earning. It's not how many sales you're making. It's how bloody happy you are. Do you know what I mean? And I've been spending a lot of time, and I bang on about this just incessantly about trying to free up as much time as possible because you can do a lot with time.
Yeah.
You can do a lot with time. There's only so much you can do with money.
Yeah, but that's a good thing. Like I was doing the driving, but I've had no driving for probably 5 or 6 weeks now, which has also made me sort of pull my finger out and concentrate on eBay a bit more. I love eBay. You know, it's the freedom that it gives you. You know, you've got all day to do your work, or you can do it in the morning, you can do it in the evening, you do it whenever you want, but you can also go off and do other stuff during the day. You know, it's the freedom of what it gives you. And the money, obviously, as long as I'm earning enough money to pay my bills, you know, it'd be nice to earn as much as you can, but I'm not going to kill myself. Like I'm not going to kill myself in a normal job. I'm not going to kill myself so that I can have loads of money. And because like I say, I'm not bothered about stuff. I'm bothered about time. I'm bothered about memories. I'm bothered about, you know, just knowing that my bills are paid and that we're good there, and just having a bit of money to go and do other stuff, you know, just to enjoy life rather than.
When it comes to it, when it's time to cash your chips in, how much would you pay for just that extra half an hour with your kids? Do you know what I mean? And it sounds like a little bit. I mean that from a positive standpoint rather than a doom and gloom kind of thing.
Evening BCP.
That's just the definition of happiness. Like I say, that's what time is worth. That's how precious it is, and people are nice. So I was having this conversation with I stayed with friends last night. Went out for a couple of beers over in New Brighton, and
where?
New Brighton.
I thought you said bloody Brighton. Then I was going to say
no, New Brighton on the Wirral, and my mate's wife, she was saying how she works at BT, quite a high-powered, high-stress position that she had, and she went off sick at last Christmas, and when she's gone back for 3 days a week, and her happiness level generally is just gone through the roof. Said, she's only on 3/5 of the wage she was before, but what it's done to her physically and mentally, it's just been so much worth the difference. So much worth the difference.
Do you sell on Vinted, Dave?
No, just every now and again, if it's something big, pain in the arse, not so much margin, which I've tried to stop picking up, I'll sell it on Marketplace, but just Amazon. And
I haven't put anything on Marketplace for ages because I just think it's a nightmare. Everything to do with Facebook Marketplace is a nightmare.
Yeah,
I only look on there now for a few bargains. I missed one by seconds the other day. I think it was 5 lightsabers. Now James is the one that's got me into lightsabers. 5 lightsabers. One was a double. What's his name? I can't remember what his name is. The Ray Park actor, with all the black and red over his face. I've never really seen it, but he had one of them ones and like 4 others, and for $5, and I go for sort of 10 to 15 quid each. Just missed out on it. I used to get all the bargains. Now I'm too slow. Kath saying, but lack of money can be. Yeah, I mean that's the thing, and for me, money is so tight at the minute. It's crazy. Hope you're good, BCP. It's like it goes through stages. Like I say, because I'm only just getting back into the eBay thing again and sort of bumping it up a little bit. It's slow, and you have that squeaky bum moments where you think, bloody hell, I've got to do that. And there's no say. I used to get I used to get lured into a false sense of security when I had the driving, because like they phone me up and say, "Do you want days driving? Do you want 3 days driving this week?" And I go, "Oh yeah, well that sorts that out." It doesn't matter that eBay's quiet, whereas I should be saying, right, well, I still need to be smashing eBay
Yeah.
and not relying on the driving, because I don't want to be a driver. They offer me a full-time driving job back. They offer me a full-time forklift job back.
Yeah.
I work for them. They're the ones that I worked for before my brother passed away. So, like, they have offered me a job back, but I don't want that. I don't want to be working all the hours, like being stuck in a yard, like all weathers, stuck on a forklift in the snow, the rain. Doesn't matter what weather is, you still got to do it.
Yeah.
Or being out on the road all day, like, because Brighton and Hove are just manic during the day, and that's sort of the routes I was getting. So it's probably a good thing now that they've not offered me driving, because now I'd rather do the long distance stuff. If they're going to offer me that, I'd rather do the long distance fridge work, because then I'll drive up to Manchester, or I've driven up to the Highlands of Scotland before. I've been up to Fort William doing that. I'd rather do that, because I just go on autopilot and just crack on, see a bit of nice countryside as well.
Yeah.
But where I haven't had that now that's made me think, right, well, eBay, we're gonna crack on with you again and start smashing it.
Well, that's the motivator. I mean, it was the biggest motivator for me. It wasn't that I didn't like what I was doing. It's just how much of me it was taking for what I was getting. I know reference to money. The wage was crap. The only thing that made the wage back at the end of the month all right was the amount of hours I was doing.
Yeah.
And I got to thinking, well, this is going to finish me. This is going to finish me.
Is that when you're doing the van stuff?
Yeah, and nobody will give a shit if it does either, apart from my kids, not my boss, not my colleagues or anything like that.
No.
Honestly, they'll have replaced me in that van before the fucking funeral.
100%. And it was a bit like that with me with these guys, because like, you know, they kept booking me in, then cancelling, and then like they'd say, "Oh, so and so's off. Can you come in?" and all that. But like, when I'm sitting at home and I've got nothing for weeks on end, it's like they're not worried about my bills and all that. And I know that's part of being a casual driver, but you expect a little bit of something. You know, there's always jobs coming on.
Yeah,
but I use sort of free drivers for the long distance stuff. So I'm thinking, well, I haven't had a call for a long time. But yeah, it's not great money for what we do, like the driving and that. It's and it's not easy. It's not easy. Like, I used to be able to drive all through the night and all day. Now I sort of start, once I've been driving for sort of 10 hours, I'm like that. My head starts bobbing, and that's no good, because that, like you say, you know, if I have a crash and I'm killed or something, or whatever, like who's that going to help? It ain't going to help no one, is it?
exactly. Yeah. I mean, my last wage was £9.38 an hour.
This is
£10.60
an hour.
Yeah.
And you think, what's £10.60 an hour get you?
Exactly.
It don't get you nothing. Do you know what I mean?
I know it's easy for me to say now I'm on the opposite side of the fence, and because I know how indoctrinated I was when I was working for a living and all that. It literally is wage slavery.
Oh, handsome Dave's in the house.
It's a bit of a stretch, that, Jelly, but thank you. Yeah, that wage slavery thing, if you think of it, I mean, half an hour of my life would only buy me a Co-op fucking meal deal. What is that all about at all?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Exactly.
And there's no bigger motivator to get yourself out of that than that realization that your bloody life, half an hour of your life is worth a duck wrap and a Scotch egg.
Yeah. Well, and that's it. Like, you know, I was just think £10.60, and I'm gonna need at least 3 coffees during the day. So that's that gone.
Yeah,
that's an hour's money gone. So whatever else it's crazy. And sometimes I used to get called in, and like the job would take me 4 hours. So for 40 quid, and I've had a coffee out of that and a snack and that, like you're talking about coming away with 30 quid minus your tax and whatever else they take. So really, it just wasn't worth it.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's taking the mickey. It really is taking the mickey. And I think I know national minimum wage is going up again in April, and being employed by people that they've been employed works for most people, obviously. But I think that's just it's still taking a piss. Was it going up to £11 an hour or something like that?
Is it? I don't know.
So yeah,
I mean, £10.60 at the minute. That's got to be minimum wage, isn't it? You know, there's shelf stacking in Tesco's. You get more than that.
Yeah.
And it's, you know, you're not gonna get involved in any accident, whether it's your fault or not. You're not going to get involved in any accidents or breakdowns or any of that stacking shelves. You know, it's still a skilled job driving, but it's dangerous. It is dangerous.
The only thing that's crashed in stacking shelves at Tesco's is your spirit.
Yeah, that's true.
And honestly, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that from a piss-taking point of view. I used to do that.
Yeah, but I mean, at least, like, you know, you can have a chat or something. When I'm on my own in that van, I'm on my own in the van. I was on £3.45 an hour on an apprenticeship. Took 2 hours just to cover the taxi fare to work. Jesus,
Unbelievable.
That's incredible, isn't it? But the things you do.
That is, yeah, exactly. I mean, the government will say, well, you're getting a skill from there. You get learning life lessons and all that kind of stuff. No, it's taking the piss.
Oh, Jilly's son earns £23 an hour.
It's constructive slavery.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and that's the crazy thing. I mean, unless you have got a skill, you know, my mate does IT over the road and he gets an incredible wage. He really does. He's a manager and, you know, he's put the work in over the years. So why not? You know, and I always say to my son, like, you know, get your nut down at school, please, because I wished I wanted to be an airline pilot when I was at school and I just messed it up. If I, you know, and they don't believe you when you say, if I could go back and do it all again, they don't believe you would go back to school and do it all again. I would.
I think the system is designed to crush spirits in a way, because there's nothing wrong with aiming to be that. And if there's enough passion and desire there, you might not get to the finish line, but you'll get a lot bloody closer than you would have done if you listen to the teachers and the powers that be saying, no, you'll never make it, you're rubbish and all this kind of stuff. I heard in the news actually just recently, this is kind of on message, that in schools they're going to start talking. They're going to start teaching personal finance management, and now probably of any other subject that gets taught in school, with the exception of probably maths, that's got to be like the best thing that's happened to education in like forever.
Yeah. My son's got it in his head that all he wants to do is join the army. That's it. It's all he's interested in. He wants to be in the Royal Marines. That's all he wants to do. But like we're saying to him, look, you can't leave school at 16, go into the army university or college or whatever it is for 2 years, because you're not going to actually learn anything other than like carrying a wooden rifle and doing all your marching and that. You know, get yourself a skill first and then go in. You don't need to go in when you're 16. Go in when you're 18, 19. And
you can actually go. I was very much the same. I wanted to, ever since I was little, I wanted to go in the army, and I did go in the army when I was 16. But I went, and this is, I mean, obviously, I don't know your lad, but the recommendation I'd give him is, rather than go into an infantry role, go for a trade, because it'll cover your house when you come out.
Yeah, that's what my cousin done. He was in the Navy, I think, and he did. He was doing mine clearance and stuff, but he did all his electrician stuff. And now he gets paid a fortune for maintenance on the big windmill things. Gets a fortune for it.
Honestly, ex-squaddies are highly, highly employable, because obviously they've got the skill sets and the recognisable civilian skill sets as well. But on top of that, they've got obviously the discipline and the regimentedness, and that is really attractive to employers. But yeah, honestly, just try and steer them into a trade rather than a grunt job. I mean, I have nothing against infantry roles and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
some people sort of like dream about jobs like that. But yeah, for looking at beyond what comes next after the army, I'd definitely recommend going for a trade.
Yeah, and that's all we're saying to him. You know, it's hi, chat, new here. So hey up, Kath and Cherry. Hope you're good, guys. Thank you for coming in. Thank you very much. Yeah, I mean, it depends what you want to do. People want to do different things. Some people are, you know, I mean, Tesco's, there's a lot of youngsters getting into it because Tesco's do look after their employees. They're supposed to be really good for looking after employees with your pensions and stuff and training. I mean, you can train up and go as far as you want, you know, or if you're later on in life where, you know, before you retire. I know a lot of people that do it, but like it's just not for me. Like I used to love the driving, but now being stuck in a van for £10.60 an hour is not for me. You know, I'd rather be on eBay, list 10 things a day. And you know, if I'm coming out with 80 or £100 a day, I'm sitting at home doing that. I've got my freedom back. You know what I mean? It's all about that for me. But like I say, I've been in that rut. I'm out of the rut now, and I just want to crack on and do it. I've got enough stuff to get going with, and I need to shift some of the film props I've got because that's like a big lump of money just sat there.
Yeah.
And that's another big thing I've been relying on since I haven't been working so hard on eBay. Like I've been selling off my film props and that. And no, you sell a prop for a couple of grand or a few grand and that. You think, oh, that's this month done. So I just won't. I'll sort of back off the throttle a little bit. Where you should be thinking, right, I've got that 2 to 3 grand now. So now I whack the foot on the accelerator, smash eBay, and get myself a little nest egg. It's all up here. It's getting in the right place.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, and just having that self-discipline to keep pushing yourself forward. The best time to graft harder is actually when you're starting to see results. So the more successful you be, and that's the time to start pushing harder. But it really is. So like, there's a lot to be said for self-discipline and just having little goals and targets and stuff like that, just for yourself. I mean, people bounce off different things. Some people it's competition with each other, with other people, should I say. Some people it's financial goals or physical goals. But whatever it is, find out whatever that works for you, and then do that.
Uncle Albert, Jeff. In the Navy, you can sail the 7 seas. In the Navy, you can put your mind at ease. In the Navy.
Wise words, sir. Wise words.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like things are hard enough now. Like, but if you can make your life easier by, you know, some people want to do it and some people don't. It's
Exactly.
eBay's a funny beast. It is a funny beast, and if I keep listing, I'm going to start selling stuff. I'm going to start getting a few sales each day, and it will make you more inclined to sort of go a bit harder. You're right. It is all about frame of mind, though. If something's getting to you and you let it, you don't even have to let it get to you. Sometimes mental health's a funny thing, and depression's a strange beast. Sometimes you try as hard as you can to get out of it, and you can't. It just depends. You know, it's taken me 2.25 years to get back to actually getting my head screwed on and thinking, right, now it's time to knuckle down and we've got to get doing this, because this is now how you're going to be making your money, because there's no point in the driving anymore. You've got to do it. So
it's a fine line, you know, between trying to make some progression and giving yourself the grace to understand that, listen, if your head's not in the right place or you're having a tough time for whatever reason, it's just the calmness to say, listen, it's okay to have bad times. It happens to everybody. It won't always be like that. And just have the grace for yourself to have that conversation internally, but balancing that with sort of like the trying to grasp some positivity from somewhere to move forward. It is a fine line, but it's really, really important. There's a lot to be said for accountability as well. I had a conversation with my stepson not so long back. He wanted I think he wanted a coach fair or something like that to go. He's got a girlfriend down south, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And he wanted coach fair to go and visit her. So I said, all right, fair enough. I've got my yard needs weeding and jet washing and all that kind of thing. Just come round, do that, and I'll pay you to do it.
Yeah.
No. So it's where you don't really want to go and see your girlfriend, then, do you?
Yeah. I mean, we've done that with my son. My wife will turn around to him and go, Aidan, go and weed the front garden for me. And he'll want to go and do something. He'll want to go swimming with his mates, or he wants to go here, or he wants to go to cinema. And you go, look, go and weed the front garden. He really don't want to do it. You know, you have to sort of keep on at him to do it. He does it eventually, but like, you can't just expect to be given given money. You know what I mean? He doesn't ask to do a lot. I mean, he does the cadets, which costs a few quid, but you don't ask. But when you ask him to do something in the garden, why do I want to do gardening? Why do I want to go? Why do I want to do weeding?
Yeah,
That's
I
boring.
think it's pushing them over the hill and saying, actually, you're not doing the weeding.
It's not my garden.
You're providing the service so you can get paid for it, so you can achieve what you want to achieve. That's what it is.
Exactly.
And
It's learning the value of money.
achieve what you want to achieve, and that's fine. Don't bullshit me about it.
Yeah, and it's learning the value of money. Like if
Yeah,
you just
absolutely, yeah.
give, like it's you never know the value of it. But where can you find pleasure? Search for the world treasure. Learn science, technology, where you can begin to make all your dreams come true. I wish all my dreams would come true. Jeff, hope you're well. I just, all my nightmares come true at the minute. I just have
Yeah, a
nightmares.
bit early to be drinking, Jeff.
Yeah, I'm still on coffees. On the land or on the sea, where you can learn to fly, play in sports, and skin dive, study oceanography, big band, sit in the grandstand where your team and others meet.
Oh, that's me.
That's a bit deep for me.
Yeah, I want to say lyrics, but I'm not recognizing it so much.
I have no clue. I don't recognise that one. My family are Army, Navy, and RAF. Nice. My family. Hang on. That's what's he saying in the Navy. Village people. Oh yeah, we know that. We know that one. But yeah, so you're off booting tomorrow.
Yeah, gonna hit Bolton tomorrow.
Nice. Is there any? Is it just that one on tomorrow, or is there a couple you can hit?
There'll be a few, but I don't know. This is going to sound.
You usually do all right at Bolton, though, didn't you?
Yeah, this is going to sound quite contradictory after everything I've just said, but I've got so much in at the minute. It kind of takes the pressure off a bit. Well, I enjoy that position though because it makes me very much more selective in what I look for.
Yeah, you're not bothered if you don't come back with too much, are you? If you've got plenty in.
Again, it's about time, because if you know that it's going to take me a week or so to list what I've got in already anyway, then you just could go at it a bit slower. Just give yourself a bit more patience, and when you're doing that, you spot more.
How many items do you have on your store?
Sorry?
How many items do you have on your store?
I think it's about 550, something like that.
Oh, that's good. That's a good amount, though, isn't it?
Yeah, the thing is, it hasn't changed for probably about 2 years. It's always been between 500 and 600. So
I tend to have good sales when I hit 150. I'm on 120 something at the minute. When I hit 150, then the sales usually start coming through. I don't know why it's that number, but every time I hit 150, then they start selling. So really, I need to just get another 30 things on, and hopefully it'll be all right. But
honestly, mate, it's about what you sell. It's not the amount of stuff.
Oh yeah, no, but say
look at George Ross's store. You'd be amazed how few things he's got on his store, but he's got a high turnover.
Yeah. Well, same with James. I think if he buys 10 items a week, he sells 10 items a week. It's like he doesn't have stuff like building up. The problem with me is a lot of my stuff is film related, and it's film related stuff I can't put on eBay. Thought you'd be in bed now, Dave. Jilly's saying.
Nearly.
Yeah, remember the Saturday nights when we used to have the beers out on the Saturday nights, and you were half naked in your Spider-Man suit.
This is how rock and roll I am these days. Look, as age 0, I'm addicted to this stuff.
Evening, Babs. Yeah, I do like them.
I sent a message from Tango there. Joined the RCT. Yeah, that one. The RCT. Did you do your training at Cologne, Tango?
Which then was RLC in '93. Another Coros mixed together, had good fun, and done Euro haulage. But now,
yeah, I joined the Ordnance Corps, and it became the RLC in '93. And I was on the disbanding of the Ordnance Corps with the Queen inspecting us and all that. God bless her. Yeah, Cologne was where the RCT and RAOC did the Junior Leaps training.
Cassie said Lee was Remy.
Yeah, Royal Electrical and Mechanical Engineers.
James Boldfinds is in. Good evening, mate. Good to see you. Is Lindsay and Alvin on later? I have no clue whatsoever. I didn't see anything come up from them because I didn't go on last week because I had to take my wife. I forgot I booked it like to go and see 42nd Street, which I didn't think was going to be my cup of tea. I thought, oh, I'm not going to like it, but she wants to go. It was incredible. It was really good. It had Les Dennis in it. It had one of the sisters from EastEnders, one of the Roxy and Ronnie, I don't know, she was in it. There was a few famouses in it. It was really, really good show, actually. I was quite shocked. Selling on Vinted at the moment, all my own stuff, paid for my holiday spending money. Nice. I keep thinking that I need to just whack a load of stuff on there, like T-shirts at 3 and 4 quids. Rich, your stuff is one of a kind, a lot of it, so getting the right buyer, but it's big money. Oh, yeah, definitely. And that's the problem, and it is because they're sort of one of a kind bits. I can't actually put them on eBay anyway. Like anything that looks like a weapon, you can't put on, which is weird. I did, and the funny thing is, I did speak to the Darren that's got eBay Gum, and I said, look, I'm not allowed to sell weapons on there. Can I sell them on yours? And he said, I'm sure it'll be fine. So I don't know.
I used to be into collecting all fantasy and medieval weaponry and stuff like that.
Yeah, I love it.
Using as ornaments.
Yeah,
it's a little anecdote
on the back wall, like Joker in Suicide Squad. I can have them all spread out over the back wall, but the thing is, I used to collect a lot of it, but now I've sort of realised that no, you've got to sell it because you need the money, so you've got to sell it. And I'm not about stuff anymore. I'm not about collecting. I've kept a nice few bits, so I've kept a few Christopher Reeve photos and Margot Kidder photos from Superman, and I've got some from Back to the Future. I've got some from some Bond films and that photos I've collected over the years. So I'll keep things like that. But things like if I've got a prop that's worth $1,000, like it's got to get sold now.
Yeah,
it's no good to me. It's not going to do me no good sitting there collecting dust. It looked nice if you have people around. They go, oh wow, that's cool. But like, cool don't pay the bills, does it?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. I've got a little anecdote about that. Like, there's I decided to just completely change my decor, get rid of all the weaponry. There's all like Nemesis Now stuff and some real vintagey bits. And there's a guy I know from the bike scene. He says, I'll buy it all off you. He offered me a really good price as well. And he turned up and I said, you're on your bike, aren't you? And he went, yeah, I've brought a rucksack. I'm giving it, are you having a laugh? And he went, no, it'll be fine. But these things, it's not just the big swords. They have wooden back plates as well. He had
the shield plates.
His bloody rucksack looked like the throne from Game of Thrones, honestly.
Yeah.
And if you come off your bike, you're just going to kill a lot of people.
Jesus, yeah. Swords flying everywhere. Tango saying Bulker Barracks.
Buller Barracks, I would imagine.
Oh yeah, Buller Barracks.
Yeah, that's probably a typo. That
Ordnance joined us in April '93.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Worked as a dog handler on STC, certainly go back in the '90s, way back. I'm only 21. I'm only 21 as well.
Yeah,
used to have average around 600 items on eBay. That's a good number for my type of goods, anything and everything. Yeah, I mean, I can't believe they still ain't let you back on eBay, Porky. Rich, ever thought about your own website where you could sell your I did have one in, I believe, 2014. I had my own website, but most of the props were my brothers and we were working together, and then we had a big falling out. And I said, right, F this, I'm shutting down the website. You can get stuffed and all that. And we didn't speak for 3 years. And the first time we spoke after that 3 years of having that Barney was when I found out he had cancer. So the rest is history. So yeah, I have had my own website. I built my own website, but I don't have enough things to put on a website. So it's just about contacting people now, really, that want those sort of things. I've got loads that I can't sell on there, but it'll go. I've just got. What I'm doing is at the minute I'm concentrating on things I can sell on eBay, and whereas I should probably be also dealing with the stuff that I can't sell on eBay to people that I know, just to get some cash, some cold hard cash in.
It's not really hard to do stuff like that. It's just the advertising of your website once you've got
it. Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, I was making good sales for it. You know, it was and it had a good. It was called A-list movie props. So it was a good. Yeah, it was a good site. I had no intentions joining up. Was walking down Borough Road from Tranmere, and this army
WO2.
WO2 called me and my mates in. That was it. Wow.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Not something you sort of wanted to do then. It's just something you sort of got roped into.
standard army recruitment marketing.
Yeah.
That. Come here, lads. Do you want a cake?
Oh,
Step into my office for a cup of tea.
Wasn't that why that they put glass bottoms in the tankards so that they could have a look to see whether the Navy people had dropped a coin in there? Because if they dropped the coin in there and they actually ended up with the court taking the coin, they actually got them on the ships. I think that's why they said that they put glass bottoms in the tankards.
Press ganging.
Yeah, so they could see whether they were getting press ganged. There are candlesticks, silver, nice.
And then when I was little, I wanted to be a roughy tufty soldier. Ended up being a storeman.
Stormy Norman.
Oh yeah.
9 a.m. classes. 9 a.m. Nice, wake up early.
That's what I tell everybody anyway. Nobody knows about the Black Ops.
I think that's the thing is my boy plays so much bloody Call of Duty. He thinks he's going to be like some like hero blooming. I don't know, some super soldier.
The thing is, though, I mean, whatever he decides to do, if he's got a fire in his belly to do something, you got to encourage it, whatever it is, isn't it? Because
we support him. We support him. We just want him to do it the right way. But like, he can't even do as he's told by us. So I don't see how he's going to cope with someone shouting in his face.
Yeah, that'll be.
That's the problem. Some people,
once you're in it and you've got no choice because that's where you're staying, then you really quickly get used to it. There's very few people.
Thank you very much, mate. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate it. Been lovely joining in here. Glad I found you. 5 minutes late for work. Have a fab night. See you later.
See you later, dude.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Well, I like that because people come in with a different thing to talk about. It's nice, isn't it? Like I've not, lucky enough, you've been in the army. I've never been in anything like that. So, can you describe any of the stamps, Jilly? Any of the stamps by Tango? Candy Stew will have them out of the box. Are you good at dating silver?
I've dated a few things in my life, but never silver.
Never silver. Hi ho, silver.
Usually been cold and socks.
Yeah. Oh dear, so funny. Everyone's saying good night. It's Tango, which is lovely. Get them out of the box tomorrow. I think that this is a good place to end it. I think we've had a good chat.
Yeah,
it's been lovely. Thank you, Dave, for coming on. It's been a while since we've had it. I thought I was gonna see you actually when I come up to James's. I thought I might bump into you somewhere, but we didn't see you. But I'm sure we'll bump into each other soon and have a few bevies.
Yeah, for sure.
But, thank you to everyone that's been in and everyone that's stuck around. If you watch this back, I hope you enjoyed the shenanigans. Yeah, and thank you very much. It's been a cool chat. It's been a cool live. Everyone say good night now. Thank you, everybody.
Just before you go, everybody, make sure you hit the thumbs up. I've just done it, so we're up to 16 now.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much, guys. Yeah, appreciate your time. You know I do, as always. And yeah, I hope you, if you're going to car booting or whatever tomorrow, I hope you, whether you're selling, I hope you sell loads of stuff. If you're buying, I hope you buy some gems. And yeah, we'll see you next Saturday. Thank you very much. Cheers, Dave. Cheers, everybody. Appreciate it. We'll see you all again soon. Thank you very much. Take care.